At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
And welcome to a new episode of The Simpsons Did It. I'm your host, Steven Skolansky.
And I'm your co-host, Robert Skolansky.
And this week, we're gonna go live with the Flanders.
Yeah, we're gonna get taken away from our parents.
Yes, I was hoping we would get taken away from them, but it never happened.
Well, I don't know
maybe
if
not.
really
I do love our parents, but
there were times.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I don't necessarily would want to live with a foster family either, unless they were like really cool, like movie stars or something.
So I mean, for like if you have family, actually, so I did a little research for this episode, and this actually never came up, but I think if you have other family members that can take care of you, you would go live with them first. I don't know if they would need.
Well, isn't that like your power of attorney? Not power of attorney, but like guardians. Like, isn't that what you put in your will? Like, if you die, your kid can go stay with.
Well,
such
usually,
and such.
So usually that's what godparents are for.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if you guys ever chose godparents for Elliot, but like,
no.
If you did, okay. But like, let's say you had chosen me. Then, Elliot would come live with me if something unfortunately happened to you guys. But obviously, if there aren't relatives, then you're placed in the foster system, and then they decide where you have to live.
Yep. Or unless you're living in a trash pile like the Simpson household, and
we're actually gonna discuss that a little bit.
All right.
It's pretty interesting. So
yeah. So this is an interesting episode. So let's dive into it. This week, we are talking about Season 7, Episode number 3, Home Sweet Homediddly-Dum-Doodily. Boy, I'm going to have a fun time adding this episode to Anchor. Woo! Although there is an episode coming up, the Sherry Bobbins episode. That title is absolutely ridiculous. And I hope
isn't it like Super Simpson Califragilistic Expialidocious?
It's something else. And I really hope there's not a character limit on Anchor, because this is going to be an interesting one.
Oh my God.
But this episode aired October 1st, 1995.
We are getting into spooky season.
Yep. And this episode's slightly scary.
For the kids.
Yep. And the recap, after some misadventures, the Simpson children are put in the custody of Ned and Maude Flanders.
Yep.
Chalkboard Bacak this week was amazing. No one wants to hear from my armpits.
So clearly Bart thought he would take up an instrument, and his instrument were his armpits.
No. He was trying to explain things with his armpits.
Oh, I guess that works too.
Yeah. But yeah, no one wants to hear from Bart's armpits.
Nope,
not at all. Although it is funny to make that farting sound with your armpits.
Yes, it is.
And finally, our couch gag this week. Marge, Homer, Bart, Lisa, Maggie, Grandpa, who's apparently sleeping, Santa's little helper, and Snowball 2 are in the Brady Bunch style 9-square grid with the couch as the center square. And everyone except Grandpa runs to the center square. I like it. Fantastic.
That's
Fantastic new couch gag.
So, like, the couch is kind of like the Alice of The Simpsons.
It is. I would say that is
it cleans and cooks for them?
No, it's the glue that holds the Simpson family together.
Okay. So, this episode starts off with Marge making breakfast as well as the kids' lunches.
Dude, she's a beast when it comes to making lunches, man.
I know. I mean, she's multitasking. She's making pancakes and toast and sandwiches and all sorts of laying out juice and cereal.
I
And...
don't know what kind of sandwich bag she has either, man, but she like whips that sucker to
So if
tightly
I had
shut.
to guess, it's probably not like a Ziploc sandwich
No,
bag.
no,
It's
I
more
think
of
it's those
the saran wrap kind of ones where you can like whip it around.
And it doesn't have a flap on the top, or it has like a little
Correct.
flap on the top, and you kind of tuck it in.
Spin it.
Yeah, I never knew how to actually close those. And now I think I might give it a shot.
Spin it. Well, I mean, your kid is coming up to that age where eventually you're going to have to start making him lunch.
Yep.
For school if he doesn't want school lunch.
Yeah.
Also, now, if I remember correctly, when we were kids, did we make our lunches the same day if we were bringing a lunch to school, or did we? I feel like I remember making it the night before and putting it in the
Sometimes
fridge.
it was definitely the night before. I think it might have been what was going on in the morning. Because what did I don't remember what I did, but there were times that I went to middle school well before class started.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't remember why. I know sometimes
For band?
Maybe you're right.
Or swing choir?
Yeah, I bet you're right. I bet that's what it was. And then I got to like walk around the halls and stuff before class started and stuff. But those were the times where it was the night before type thing. But otherwise it was always... And then at some point it was school lunches the rest of the way out.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, during Passover, I think it was always the night before.
Yeah.
Because we always brought our own lunch during Passover. So Marge makes toast for Maggie that she Melbified herself. And I think this is a reference to Melba toast, which was named after a famous Australian opera singer, Nellie Melba, who fell ill, and the toast became a staple of her diet. The creator of the toast, who was a French chef, was a big fan of the singer.
That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll ask Ozzy Pop and Paul about this. Maybe he might know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That'd be cool. And then I love how Maggie like stacks it and then like chops it.
That was so great.
That's
and
good animation right there.
Then she just like shoves the stuff in her mouth.
Yeah. Well, you got to make it a little bit smaller of pieces to get it all into your mouth. Right?
Yeah.
So Lisa comes down and Marge is like, oh, I was able to get those old newspapers for you. And the first headline we see from the newspaper reads, America loves Ted Kennedy.
Yeah, these are some old papers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she
what
needs
was
them
it
for a
for?
school.
Like civics class or something?
I don't know. She said it was for a school project. She never said what it was for. And so Lisa tells Marge that she didn't have to go through all the trouble for the newspapers. Marge is like, oh, it wasn't any trouble. Actually, the hobos were quite helpful.
So originally when she's like, oh, I found those newspapers, I just assumed she was hoarding them. Like they were in the basement of all their hoarded stuff. And then when she said that, I'm like, she went to the fucking dump to find this shit?
Well, she went to the hobos.
You're the hobos.
Look, the hobos are helpful.
Except that one guy who was definitely on something or crazy something.
Yeah, she was like, except for that one guy. There's always that one hobo that ruins it for the rest of them.
Yep.
And so Bart comes down and says hi to Marge, but his voice is slightly muffled. And Marge is like, Bart, it's picture day. Take those Dracula fangs out. So his voice is muffled because he's wearing Dracula fangs.
Great.
Because he's trying to be funny for a school picture.
I don't think I ever tried pulling shenanigans for our school pictures.
I never tried not even in college when because they would take your picture for your school ID.
Yeah.
And even then I didn't try anything. No, I wish I had at least 1 year tried something.
Yeah.
See if I could get away with it. Our mom probably would have.
The fangs were actually, if his mouth wasn't muffled, he could have probably gotten away with it.
I think part of the reason I didn't try to do anything is because our mother would have killed us.
Yeah, probably.
And then Marge, Marge has Bart spit the fangs out in her hand, and then she turns around and she notices a sign on Lisa's back that reads, "I'm a stupid baby," which Bart put there because Marge is like, Bart, don't put signs on your sister.
Yeah.
And so then Marge hands the kids their lunch, and she tells them to keep the lettuce separate until 11:30 so that it stays moist and the bread stays dry, which actually isn't a terrible idea because nobody likes moist bread.
No, and the other one is don't put, if you have a turkey sandwich, put your mayo in a little Tupperware or something and put your mayo on. when you make the sandwich in school, don't put it on prior.
Well, I suppose because you can't put like your lunchbox in a refrigerator.
Yep, exactly.
Because well, I usually bring a sandwich to work, and now I'm on a turkey kick, so I always put mayo in it. But we have a refrigerator at work, so I just stick it in the fridge, and because it doesn't get warm, the bread doesn't get moist.
Yeah.
And Lisa's like, "Mom, you fuss over us way too much." Marge's like, "Enjoy it now, because when you're a grown up, you'll have to take care of yourself." And Homer's comes in scared. "Marge, there's a spider near my car keys." "You did the right thing by telling me." So, Marge. Oh,
yeah,
God.
we're grown-ups and our parents still try to take care of us.
Yeah, they'll always try to take care of us. Well, most of us anyways.
Yeah, it's nice having
I guess
a
it depends
kid.
on the kid and the parent. And,
Yeah.
like, I know our mom at least tries to take care of us when she can.
Yep. Which is nice.
So Marge goes to shoo the spider away, and Homer tells Marge that he has honey for his mama bear.
Papa Bear has honey for his mama bear.
And we find out it's a gift certificate. It's dual gift certificates for a 3-hour getaway at the Mingled Waters Health Spa.
And oh my God, how Homer got these is absolutely fantastic. And I've actually pulled this shit before.
Oh my God. Well, once we get there, which is in
Yeah.
a few short seconds, you will have to tell us. So Marge asks Homer how he got the certificates, and he tells her not to worry, which is funny because recently you got me something, and I was like, "Oh, how did you get it?" And you're like, "Oh, don't worry about it."
Yep.
I mean, I eventually found out I didn't really care either way because you did a nice thing for me, but you should have came up with an elaborate like rich man scheme of how you got the gas and Ghastly.
Yeah.
And now we get a flashback to Springfield Bentley with a sign on it that says "Free Spa Getaway with Test Drive." And so we see Homer pretending to be rich, and he wears a monocle, but he's not wearing anything else. He's just wearing his normal everyday clothes. He just has a monocle.
Yep.
And so we find out that the car he's driving has gas pedals that are heated, which I don't really think you need that.
I don't know. Sometimes in the winter, like if I
That's
have
why
to
you
walk
wear
through,
shoes.
No, but when you walk through the snow in like work shoes or tennis shoes and you get into your car and it's like negative 20 degrees out, heated seat pedals are kind of nice.
That's what the heat is for.
Well, I know.
Plus, I don't think that's actually a smart idea to heat your pedals because that would probably melt something in the mechanics.
Yeah.
And we also find out that the chair massages your butt. Now that I could deal with.
Yep. And so Homer drives. I like how it's like the guy starts telling him about the gas pedals and stuff. Homer speeds away, comes back within like I don't know, 2 seconds, and the guy finishes by that. And the chair massages your butt, and he's like, "Okay, Count Homer, let's start talking about price." And Homer yoinks the yoink. I love it. And loves the certificates right out of the guy's pockets, and his monocle is just spinning as he runs in the air as he runs away.
That's the second episode in a row we've got like a Looney Tunes bit.
Yep. And so I found out that when the Ford Edge came out, they were like doing this whole like Microsoft bit. It was the first time basically a smartphone could connect to your vehicle.
Yeah.
And they were giving away free Twins tickets with a test drive.
Oh.
And I was like, well, I want free Twins tickets. So I went to the place, took a test drive. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have to deal with a salesman like Homer did.
Yeah.
Because this was around the time where you didn't actually have to be in the vehicle anymore with the dealership to test drive. So I remember buying my very first car, or even my second car, where the dealer had to be in the vehicle with you during the test drive. But when I did my get my free Twins tickets, I didn't have anyone in, so I grabbed the keys, drove it around, test drove it, came back. I'm like, it's kind of cool. Free Twins tickets, perfect, out.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. So I've pulled the test drive to get something free before, which is really awesome.
I don't think I've ever, I mean, I'm sure I have in the past, like, done something just to get something for free.
Well,
But I don't remember.
Why do you think we volunteer for Comic-Cons, man?
Well, one, because it's fun, but two, yes, I mean,
You get in for free. Half the time you get autographs for free.
sometimes if the con is actually run properly, you get free stuff at the end of it.
Yep, exactly. And so Marge tells Homer that was sweet of him, which it was.
Yeah.
Homer did something for Marge.
Yes.
But she can't go because the house is a mess.
Yeah, well,
Yep. I mean, there's dishes in the sink. The living room's trashed. But yeah,
kitchen's trashed.
Kitchen's trashed. Everything's
there's
trashed.
yeah, everything's trash.
And Homer's like, well, we can clean up this afternoon. And Marge asks about Maggie. And Homer's like, oh, I got Abe to babysit. And Abe comes in from behind Marge and says, behind you. I was like, don't do that. And he's like, don't do that. That was great.
Yeah.
And then, Homer's obviously trying to encourage Marge to go. He's like, come on, honey. You work yourself stupid for this family. If anyone deserves to be wrapped up in seaweed and buried in mud, it's you.
Yeah. Marge does a lot for the Simpsons family.
Yep. And Marge agrees and says she wants to take some of the ironing with her. But Homer grabs her and pulls her out of the house before she could do that.
Yeah.
And so now we get Bart and taking their class photo, and Kerbopple's like, tighten up your pigtails, tidy up. And then she goes up to Nelson. She's like, oh, don't you look adorable? He's wearing like a tweed like suit of some kind.
Yeah.
And Nelson's like, I feel like punching myself, which it's awesome because now this is the second episode in a row where Nelson is like felt, like he shouldn't be beating up nerds, basically.
Yeah.
Like in the Radioactive Man, he laughs at himself because he's horrible at auditions. And
Yeah.
in this episode, he wants to beat himself up because he's, dressed like a nerd.
Yeah.
But it almost happened. I'm surprised he chose that.
Yeah.
Because we all know, okay, we don't know yet, but we know that his mom is a stripper who doesn't give a shit. And I guess we haven't learned one way or the other if Nelson's dad has walked out for cigarettes and never came back. Because remember the episode where it was the soccer episode where Nelson's dad was the coach. And so maybe Nelson's dad wanted him to look nice because we really haven't learned Nelson's household situation really yet.
Yeah.
And so Edna comes up to Bart and is like, lice, how on earth does a boy, what's that? How does a boy get head lice this day and age? And we cut to a flashback of Bart with a screeching monkey crawling around his head and sitting on the couch with Milhouse next to a wicker basket. And Milhouse is like, we bought a wicker basket from Pier 1, and he was passed out inside. Then the flashback ends, and Bart's like, hey, how come I get lice and nothing happens to Milhouse? And we see Milhouse has a pallid complexion, his eyes are half open, and he's shivering as he's holding himself. He's like, so cold, so very, very cold.
So I'm not 100% sure if this is true or not. But the Pier 1 line was supposedly changed for syndication.
Oh. Because
but
Pier 1
apparently
had
not
an
for
issue about people buying their baskets.
Yeah. Pier 1 didn't like the line, and so it was changed to Trader Pete's. But if they changed it for syndication, I feel like Disney Plus would have aired the syndicated version.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. But I guess the good news is I have tapes of all our old Simpson episodes from this era. Maybe I'll go check it out and see if
but if it's not the syndicated version and it's the original run.
I think when I started taping them was syndication.
Yeah.
When I started taping them. So
okay.
Maybe I'll spend some time with a VCR and check it out. So Skinner has Willie burn Bart's clothes. I mean, yeah.
That's a little dramatic.
I don't know. You don't want lice getting everywhere.
Yeah, but don't they? I feel like don't some schools have like at least like a washing machine.
Yeah, I don't know if
I don't
washing
know.
machine kills lice. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. But we hear the lice scream as they're being burned alive. That was a nice touch. I like that. And never had lice myself, which is thank God.
me neither.
But we did have lice checks at our school, so.
Yeah, we did.
And Skinner says, "What kind of parents would allow such a lapse in scalpel hygiene?" And we see that Bart's naked with a towel around him. At least they gave him a towel. That was nice of him.
Yeah.
And Willie suggests to have Lisa checked out.
I mean, that's fair. If one kid has it, the other kid probably has it.
Yeah, most likely. And, then we see some girls are bullying Lisa by throwing her shoes onto a telephone line, playing keep away.
Yeah,
Now,
keep away.
Now, was
Yeah,
one of those...
keep away,
yeah.
because it's on a telephone line. Keep away is like throwing it back and forth.
Yeah, was one of those girls Allison? I couldn't quite
I
tell.
don't, maybe.
Then we find out that Lisa is wearing prescription shoes. And the last time we found that out was when Bart wore prescription shoes.
Yeah, well, that was to like fix all of his problems.
Yep.
That he had. He had like the eyes and the back and all that.
Yep. But apparently Lisa just gets them. And so the bully girls are like, "You have cooties. You have cooties." And he's like, "No, I don't." Then over the outside PA, Skinner's like, "Lisa Simpson, report to the principal's office for head lice inspection." And all the girls laugh.
Yeah. And then after hearing that, Lisa's like, all right, got to walk into school. And she walks through some mud, which gets her feet dirty. And then she's hit on the back of the head by a soccer ball, which causes her to bite her tongue. And then, like, right after she gets hit, somebody yells out, "Watch out."
Yeah.
Yeah, because, that's like hitting a golf ball, not yelling for, hitting somebody and going, "For."
Yeah.
And so Lisa goes to Skinner's office, where we see Bart is in the office wearing an onion sack, and Lisa comes in saying she needs some shoes, and Skinner's like, "Sweet Georgia Brown, something is rotten at the Simpson house." Which, to be fair, no, because outside of the lice, that Lisa's stuff happened
At school.
school.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, the lice thing, okay, fine. But
that happened at Millhouse's house, so.
Yeah. So then we see the state shield of whatever state Springfield is in with the slogan, "Not just another state."
Yep.
And it was kind of like that campy 60s Batman transition.
Yep. And the state seal that the state Springfield is in was featured last in Mr. Lisa Goes to Washington.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
And so the child welfare board drives an ambulance-like truck to the Simpsons house, and they also run over a tricycle on the way.
Yeah.
And so then we cut to Marge and Homer relaxing at a sauna, and Homer's like, tells Marge, "Man, if it weren't for that mafia guy in there with us, I would take off my towel." And the mafia guy, who's the Don, I believe, sounds like the Don.
Yeah.
From the Krusty and Homer episode. He goes, "Oh, do not mind me. Here, I'll take off my towel first."
But, that's kind of the stereotype of those, like, sauna rooms and, places. Is like, hey, dude, not wearing a towel is completely normal.
So then we see, so then we cut back to the Simpsons house where the welfare board people are assessing the Simpsons house. And first they like look in through like the kitchen window, see that it's a mess, and then they go in. So in my research, I have a friend who does social work and was also part of the foster care system. So she's got like a ton of knowledge in this. Social workers are allowed in kind of like police if they have probable cause.
Okay, so they obviously had probable cause.
Because they saw a dirty house, so they can go in. And as they're perusing the dirty Simpsons house, the woman from the welfare board picks up one of the old newspapers, and we see our second headline: 40 trampled at Poco concert.
I don't know what a Poco concert is.
I don't know. And so this is the welfare board assessment of the Simpson house. Sink full of dirty dishes.
Yep.
Trash not taken out.
Yep.
Living room a mess. Stacks of old newspapers from 20 years ago. A disheveled and malnourished man found sleeping in his own filth.
Yeah, I like how the guy comes in,
Takes a picture.
Takes his picture, and Abe's all like, "Whoa, blah, blah, what's going on?" And a guy like puts it in it, so he's holding a tape recorder when he's recording this.
Yeah, seems confused and dehydrated. Well, no shit, he seems confused. He took his picture.
Oh, that was great.
Baby drinking from dog dish, wearing a sign indicating she is a stupid baby. Toilet paper hung.
Babies need the most attention.
Toilet paper hung in improper overhand fashion. So I'm assuming mullet and not the other way. So like where you pull it down is on the front.
Yep.
And they hung it on the back.
Oh, I hate when I go to houses and it's on the back.
If you look at the original trademark for the toilet paper holder thing, it actually shows that the toilet paper is supposed to have the paper on the front.
Yep.
Dogs mating on dining room table, but there's only one dog.
Yeah, what dogs? But I like how Santa's little helper kind of pouts away, yeah, I'm a bad boy. Unless maybe we don't know this, but maybe she's the fastest, comes back from time to time.
Maybe. And during all of this, we cut over to Homer and Marge enjoying a mud bath, which is interrupted by the sound of a voice saying, "Turn tape over. Turn tape over," and then you could hear somebody do it,
and then rewind the tape, and
then they soothe into their mud bath. And so Lisa and Bart come home, obviously looking super disheveled because Bart's in an onion sack and Lisa looks like crap. And the welfare people ask them where their parents are, and Lisa's like, "Well, they should be home." And the male welfare guy, the guy who's says they should be here.
Well, okay. Homer,
they should though, because
Marge is a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
So maybe she should be home. If my thought would be is if it's the end of the school day, Marge should probably be there when they get home.
Correct.
So Marge.
Hold on. So this might not actually be the end of the school day.
They might have just gotten sent home.
So back in before 97, in 97 there was an act passed for foster care and adoptions and all that. After 97, kids wouldn't necessarily be sent home unless it was an absolute emergency. So in this case, Lisa and Bart probably wouldn't have been sent home.
Well, Bart didn't have any clothes.
Usually schools have lost and found or extra gym clothes.
Yep.
But before 95, they would absolutely, possibly, most likely be sent home while this is happening.
Yep.
So it's very possible that depending on when Lisa and Bart end up in Skinner's office, it could be 10 a.m.
No, I know that, but I was thinking they got sent home at the end of the day. But you're right. The timing of this episode suggests they would have been sent home.
So it's I know you're going to say Homer should be at work. It's possible Marge might be there, but if Abe's babysitting,
who cares? Who
cares?
If someone's babysitting.
So, however, parents wouldn't be notified that CPS would be coming in to check things out. Marge and Homer wouldn't find out until they got home, which is what happens.
Well, they had, remember, man, 95, they didn't have some people had cell phones, but there wasn't cell phones, man. And if no one knew where they were wandering off to, there's no way for Skinner or anyone at the school to notify Marge and Homer.
No, Skinner notified CPS, not. So, and it's possible he might have called the home and got the voicemail because, Abe is sleeping. Yeah. And so the welfare guy says they better have a good excuse for not being home, which they don't. They don't need an excuse not to be home because Homer should be at work.
Yeah.
He probably called in sick or took a day off so they could go to the spa.
Yep.
And Marge and Homer walk through the door and are handed a list of what is wrong with the house And one of those was the improper overhand fashion of the toilet paper. And so the welfare board takes the kids away, and Marge tries to like run after them, but is held back by the welfare lady. And she tells Marge she needs to restrain herself or she will be arrested, which this is something I didn't ask about, but I'm assuming it's possible. Like you do that, you will get arrested.
Yep.
So yeah, everything for the most part is pretty accurate to like CPS back in 95, even in today's time. Well, not necessarily in today's time, but definitely back when this episode aired, CPS did not need a reason to take the kids away.
Yeah. What was it, that South Park episode? What was it, a couple of years ago that Cartman got like everyone's parents in the city like arrested or to live in a foster care system?
I don't remember that episode.
Okay, I think it was like a few years ago when Cartman tried pulling that crap. He's like, "Oh, I could just say my parents are horrible to me and they get arrested?"
Yes, actually you could.
Yep. No, I know. And obviously that was definitely a Cartman thing to say, but
like in the mid 90s, oh, absolutely. If a kid didn't like their parents, they could call up CPS and be like, my daddy touches me in my no place, and CPS will take the kids away.
Oh,
like they don't need just to have a dirty house.
Yep.
Literally, they could have Bart, Lisa, Maggie take, like, they don't need a good reason to take the kids away.
Yep. And so the children are told they are being taken to a foster home. Like, it was like it's just horrible. Like, that's a horrible thing to do. And they drive 5 feet into the Flanders driveway. And Nettie's like, "Hey, Delio, welcome to your new home, neglectorinos." And the Simpson kids are, they're welcomed to their new foster home. And the welfare agent to Lisa, after, the baby, she's like, "Look, our parents aren't, horrible to us. No, they don't do anything."
No, you
wrong.
skipped Rod and Todd welcoming them.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Rod and Todd are like, "We love you." And Todd goes to hug Bart. And Bart's like, "Oh, please don't hug me. It sickens me." Yep. And then, Maude doesn't want to judge Homer and Marge because, that's for God to do.
Yeah.
And Ned wants to give the kids a good home until they get their act together. So at least Ned is under the impression of, okay, Homer and Marge will get better and we'll give the kids back. I think that's at least at this point of the episode, Ned's like, okay, all right, I understand. Yeah. And so Lisa tries to explain to Ned that their parents take good care of them. And then Lisa's tooth falls out. She's like, "That's a baby tooth. And it was loose." And the welfare lady, she's like, "Don't worry, little girl. We'll get you some nice county dentures." Jeez.
So another thing when it comes to foster homes, if Marge, and this is going to come up in a little bit, at the end of the episode, if Homer and Marge tell the welfare people that there are certain things that Ned and Maude aren't allowed to do with their kids, Ned and Maude are not allowed to do those things.
Oh, okay. Did not know that.
Yes. So, like, if for some horrible reason Elliot was taken away from you and Shay and put into a foster home, you could tell the CPS people, we don't want Elliot, going to church or doing certain activities, and that foster home has to follow those rules.
Oh.
If they don't, they could get a warning. They could have their foster license taken away. You can get in a lot of trouble by not listening to the actual parents.
Okay. And so, Homer, oh, sorry. A piece of paper is now nailed to the Simpsons front door that says, "Attention, negligent parents." Negligent parents. And Marge and Homer are not allowed to communicate with the kids, and they have to stay at least 100 feet away.
So before you bring that up, because I know where you're going, because
let me go there.
The Simpsons and the Flanders house are literally 10 feet away from each other.
Yes, that's where I was going. I could have just said that.
But before you go there,
But
that
you
might
went
be
there.
because the only, like, there's a lot of instances where that might be the, like, in a small town like Springfield that might be the only good spot for the kids. My friend told me that she knew of a case where the mother was negligent of the kids, and the kids were placed in the grandmother's care, and the mom lived with the grandmother.
How the hell does that work?
Because that was the only thing the foster system could do.
Yeah, but how does that work? Keeping the negligent parent away from their kid.
The mother was not allowed to be around the kids if the grandmother was not around.
Oh, okay.
So the grandmother would have to take the kid with her, or the mom would have to leave the house.
Yes.
So.
And so as Robert rudely interrupted me when I was trying to say this, yeah, the Flanders house is probably a good 20, 25 feet probably away, give or take, with the fence and all that stuff. So I don't know how the hell they're going to stay 100 feet away, but...
Well, they don't have to.
No, it says at least 100 feet away on that note, though.
I know, but in some welfare cases, it's just, you can't.
Yep. And so I like how Homer blames Abe. He's like, we leave you with the kids for 3 hours and the county takes them away. I love Grandpa. Oh, bitch, bitch, bitch. Wow, that's, for swearing on a Sunday night Fox show. I guess they could say it. I guess this is the first time bitch has been uttered on The Simpsons.
Bart muttered it last episode.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said bitch got us.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking of the 2001 Dalmatians when Bart says that she's the fastest was a bitch. So it's been said quite a few times.
Yep.
All right.
Apparently they got away with it.
Yeah. And Homer tells Marge not to blame herself because he is...
Well, no, Marge blamed herself because she put her pleasure in front of her family.
Yep. So yeah, Marge says, I can't believe I put my pleasure first before family. She says, yeah, that's like me.
It's really not, though.
No, it's not, but that's kind of weird that she really thinks she's putting her own happiness before her kids, but...
Yeah.
Especially since what we saw at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
But Homer tells Marge not to blame herself because he is the terrible parent.
That is true.
Yeah, the boy bugs the hell out of me. He can't help Lisa with her homework. I'm only fit to take care of the house plant. Yeah, we turn around to see the house plant's dead. And Homer chokes out the plant like he does Bart. Yeah. And so Rod and Todd and Bart pretend to be journalists and create fake newspapers, which I don't think we ever had anything like that in our house.
Like that, no.
And Bart hands his copy to the Flanders press to Todd, and Bart's like, here you go, Todd, the city edition. And the headline reads, extra, extra, Todd smells. And Rod's like, Bart, I don't know if this should be an extra. And Todd's like, is your source on this reliable? Come on. It's obviously reliable if yes. And so Ned understands that Bart is having a hard time adjusting. So he lets Bart...
Bart says, oh, I hate this place. And Lisa's like, yeah, it seems like her house, but everything's got a creepy Pat Boonish quality to it. And Flanders enters holding a tray. Ned's like, hey kids, nachos Flanders style. That's cucumbers with cottage cheese. So I meant to tell you before, but if there's back-to-back quotes, I'm going to asterisk the front and the back end of it.
And so stay tuned at the end of this episode where I have the recipe for nachos Flanders style, which I got from that awesome unofficial Simpsons cookbook. So stay till the end.
Like 2 ingredients?
No, it's not. It's
3?
more. What's that?
3?
3 ingredients, yes. So Ned understands that obviously Bart's having a hard time adjusting, so he lets Bart pick the activity, and he wants to watch Itchy and Scratchy.
Yep.
Because, hey, it's something that Bart can do. And Ned says that a little TV won't hurt, and he tells Bart he let Rod and Todd watch My Three Sons, but got them all worked up before bedtime. And so I like how Flanders blows the dust off the remote. Like he's like they haven't watched TV in years. Which
well, yeah, because of My Three Sons.
I guess, but Ned doesn't. I guess Ned doesn't. I don't know if he watch it or not. I guess I don't know. But he blows the dust off the remote and turns on Itchy and Scratchy, which I love how that's what's on TV. He turns on the TV. That's what's on.
So we get Foster Pussycat Kill Kill.
Oh, that's a great title. I like it.
And so we see.
I got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we see Scratchy sitting in a rocking chair reading Nice magazine because he's nice when the doorbell rings, and he looks through the peephole. And I love how come on, he has a ton of locks all over his door. Like tons of them, like 7 or 8. Unlocks his door and opens it a crack, and he sees a basket sitting on the doorstep. And Scratchy pokes a shotgun at it because hey, he's been killed so many times already. He thinks something's up. Yeah. And then looks inside and he discovers a baby Itchy sucking on a bottle. Okay, this is like Elmer Fudd falling for girl Bugs Bunny.
Yeah,
like seriously. And he holds the toddler smiling, and his hearts rise up from his body, and Itchy breaks the bottle with an evil laugh and jabs the jagged end into Scratchy's chest, leaving 2 bloody wounds. Then Scratchy falls over, and Itchy runs into his house, laughing, and he walks away with Scratchy's TV, trailing bloody footprints behind him. And I love how Scratchy calls out weakly, "Why? Why? My only son." I mean, Itchy, you deserve it. You were so Scratchy, you deserve it. You were so cautious, you didn't recognize the baby was Itchy.
Yeah.
And Rod and Todd are obviously shaken by this episode. And Rod asks what the red stuff is coming out of Scratchy. And Flanders like, "Oh, that's just raspberry jam."
Yeah.
And then Todd asks if he should poke Rod with a sharp object. And Ned's like, "No, you shouldn't."
Oh, God, that's hilarious. Well, I mean, as we've seen with Maggie, she was very impressionable with Itchy and Scratchy.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And so then we see Homer and Marge looking out their window to see if they can see Bart and Lisa in the Flanders' home. And Homer's like, "I see a silhouette of Lisa's head in Flanders' window." And Marge is like, "Can you see them?" Homer's like, "I can see Lisa, but it might be a starfish." Oh, God. Homer tries to call, but their phone can't call the Flanders phone because it's been disconnected to Flanders' line. And the voice on the phone calls Homer a negligent monster.
Yeah.
That I don't think you can do with phones like that.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how that would work. But I do like to point out, and I don't know why this was even relevant, but that was a guest voice as that phone voice.
Yes, it was.
Joan Kenley. I have no clue what that is, and I have no idea why that needed to be called out.
I don't know. I have no idea. But also, them calling the Flanders is a big no-no.
Yep.
So Marge is like, "All right, it's time for us to get our kids back."
Yep.
And so they head on down to the courthouse, where we see a statue of writer-producer John Swartzwelder outside on like a horse with a sword.
That's pretty cool.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
And so Marge tries to plead with the judge, mother to mother, and the judge is like, "I don't have any family." And Homer's like, "Okay, I'm not going to win Father of the Year. In fact, I'm probably the last guy in the world who should have kids." And the judge stares at him angrily. Well, wait. Can I start again? "Fathering children is the best part of my day. I'd do anything for Bart and Lisa." And then the judge looks down at her notes. "And Margaret?" Who? "Lady, you got the wrong file." And Marge's just like, "It's Maggie." "Oh, Maggie. I got nothing against Maggie."
That's so great. I love it. I mean, that's fantastic. Just this whole courtroom scene is like one of my favorite bits of the entire episode.
Yeah, that's great. And then the judge says she knows they really want their kids back, but they have a lot to learn about parenting. But do they though? They've had kids for 10 years.
I know. I mean, come on.
If this is the first time, CPS has been called on them, which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yep.
And the judge is like, before I can return your children, you'll have to complete a course called Family Skills. It teaches parents to listen to their communication. Got it. But it's important to listen. Yes, I know. This is all Homer interrupting the judge.
Yeah.
But there's more to it than I have listening skills. Mr. Simpson, would you please shut up, Judge?
Oh my God. Like Homer got so riled up. It was crazy. Now, I think Homer would have probably been thrown in jail. Or held in contempt or something. I don't know.
My friend told me of a time in like a courthouse where a father had anger issues and had to go through anger management. And he hadn't finished, and he was back in court, and he like threw a bottle at the judge, and apparently still got his kid back.
Oh wow!
So, the foster system in this country is absolutely terrible. Let me tell you. So then we cut back to the Flanders house where Ned is playing peekaboo with Maggie, who is absolutely loving it. And Bart's like, have you ever seen Maggie that happy? And Lisa's like, have you ever seen Homer play with Maggie?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of instances where Homer's just forgotten about Maggie.
Yeah. Well, he almost sat on her.
Yep. And Maggie saved his life so many times.
I know. Lisa and Bart are then discussing how they're weirded out by the Flanders because they use honey instead of maple syrup on their pancakes and read Newsweek instead of nothing. Okay, the Newsweek thing, little weird. I don't think I've ever tried honey on pancakes.
I have not.
That sounds good, though.
Yeah.
I mean, maple syrup is good.
Oh, when you come to town, we are having Homer's out of this world moon waffles with his caramel sauce. So
that sounds delicious. So then we see the Simpsons going to their family skills class. Welcome, unfit parents. And yes, this is a thing that some parents have to do to get their kids back.
Yep.
They have to take courses to get their kids back and complete it. Like a judge can tell parents what they need to do to get their kids back, and this is one of those things. So Marge explains how she saw Bart in a sack and was told that he had lace, and a man in a potato sack with lace is like, is there a story going anywhere?
Oh my God. And then I like how the class guy's like, sit down, you'll have your turn.
And so then we see Mrs. Skinner is in this class because the county is threatening to take away Seymour, who isn't Seymour like a 40-plus-year-old man?
Yes, like the county's going to take my Seymour away.
And apparently they had yet another fight over the inflatable bath pillow, which we first heard about in season 6, episode 23, the Springfield Connection.
I like that callback.
That's a great. I keep getting proven wrong like every season about continuity on this show.
That's what makes me so upset about some of the future episodes. I'm like even you're like, well, continuities does it. I'm like, yes, but they keep throwing stuff back at us.
I know, it's weird. And so the man teaching the class asks if anyone knows how to fix the Skinner's problem. And everyone raises their hands. And the instructor's like, without resorting to violence. And one hand remains up. Who, the back of the guy's head, he looks oddly like Kearney.
Oh.
And we do learn later down the line that Kearney has a kid.
Yep.
So I don't think this was Kearney, but the one hand that remains, so one hand remains up, and the instructor's like, and without calling people childish names.
Oh, that was good. And the instructor says, making a happy home isn't like flipping on a light switch. I love Cletus like, the light switch.
And by the way, this is the first episode where we actually get Cletus's first name.
That's awesome. I like Cletus. I like Cletus. He's awesome. Yeah. So the instructor goes over what to do to make sure to have a happy home. And he tells the class, he's going over a bunch of things. And my favorite one is like, and remember, folks, put your garbage in a garbage bag. Don't just throw it out the window. And Marge's like, oh, this is so embarrassing. Homer's like, garbage in garbage can. Huh, makes sense. Oh my God, that's so great. Yeah. And Lisa and Bart are now being put to bed at 7 p.m. It's like,
that seems a little early for I mean, I think our bedtimes in elementary school were like 8:30.
8:30, 9 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, but the sun's still out and there's kids playing. But it must have been during the summer months, because obviously if it was winter, sun would have been down by 7:30.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been like, well, class pictures. When are class pictures usually?
Fall.
Aren't those usually
fall?
Yeah. So this is probably like
on
September.
the brink, like on the brink.
Yeah.
Yep. And so we see Ned and Maude Flanders singing to Maggie to bed using their own version of the Sonny and Cher song, "I Got You, Babe." And Maude's like, it's like, they say your folks can't pay the rent, so we're watching you by act of government. And it's like, well, I don't know if the allegations are true, but you got us, and baby, we got you. And there, babe, we got you, babe. Oh, that was good. I love it. Fantastic. I love it. And Lisa's worried that Maggie is forgetting who Homer and Marge are, because babies have very short attention spans, and
they sure do.
As a baby, and obviously as you get older, your memory starts being better and better. I mean, as of this day and age, I mean, I can remember back to third grade. Not a lot of it, but I have some memories of third grade, but nothing. Before that, really.
Yeah, I mean, my earliest memory, and you probably know where I'm going with this, was when I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
When I started your room on fire.
Yeah. So, and
I don't know how you thought that quickly to put it out, though.
Because I'm awesome and do want my room on fire. But
do you even know how I got a hold of a lighter?
Well, remember, Dad always had those boxes of lighters around the house
But you were watching me.
Yeah.
Or were you watching me?
I don't know. I saw you there. And so Bart and Lisa are reminiscing about how Marge and Homer like how they would microwave their underwear on cold days, and I was like, that's a damn good idea. I like that.
Is it though? Is it?
Yes. And how Homer would call the radio station in with fake traffic tips.
Of course he would.
Yep. And Lisa says that they're only 10 feet away, and she wants to let him know that she misses him.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I would too. And, Marge and Homer, walk around their quiet, empty house. And Homer says he wishes he could hear Lisa play one of her jazzy tunes. But he picks up her saxophone and blows into it saying, saxophone, saxophone. And Marge misses how Bart would say something and then say, dude. I don't think we've ever heard Bart say, dude.
No.
And then suddenly we hear the doorbell ring, and it's Bart's ring. And that's a pretty damn good ring. I like his ring.
Yeah.
And suddenly the doorbell rings, and it's Bart left a note from the Flanders underneath probably the mat, so they open it up.
Well, yeah, from the Flanders press.
Yep. And Homer and Marge open up the door, don't see anything. They're like, and they turn around, and it's funny because I actually audibly hear the note flapping. You don't actually see it, which is kind of cool. That was a cool.
I saw it.
Oh, did you?
I saw it and then I heard it.
Okay.
Because I remember this episode pretty well. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. He leaves the note under the mat. And when they open the door, I'm like, oh yeah, there's the note. And then they turn around and then they hear it. And they're like, oh, there's the note.
Yep. And they wrote, Simpson kids miss mom and dad.
I love the fact that Homer reads extra, extra, Todd smells. Oh, I already knew that.
He already got that edition of the paper.
Yeah.
And Homer and Cletus are now back at class and trying to reenact a household scene. And Cletus says that he cut his finger, so Homer chokes out Cletus. Obviously, that's you would
the perfect
react.
Response.
Absolutely. And then Homer realizes that he needs to pass the class so he can get his kids back. And him and Cletus make up. He's like,
Yeah.
I love you, son. I love you, Dad.
And everyone cheers.
Everyone cheers. And someone apparently brought some guns into class too and just started firing them off.
I mean, that's how you celebrate in the West, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, so now we cut back to the Flanders again, where the Flanders is Bart, Lisa, and Maggie play bombardment with Bible questions. And I love how, like, Ned's like, oh, which Bible should we play from? And Rod says one, and Todd says some, and Ned picks the Bible of, I think it was Todd's choice.
Yep.
And so, like, you ask a question, you get a question right, Ned gives you a sticker.
Have you ever played Bombardment? I don't even know what that game is.
I thought Bombardment was a dodgeball game.
That's what I guess, yeah, that's what I thought. But I was so confused. I'm like, they're answering questions. Was this Jesus Trivial Pursuit or something?
Bombardment game. Yeah, it's a dodgeball variation.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
So apparently Ned does not know what bombardment is.
Yeah. Oh, there's 3 types of different balls used. That's what bombardment is.
Okay.
I'm not going to read the whole game, but
that's okay. We just know that Ned's wrong.
Yes, Ned is very wrong. And so we see everybody, even Maggie has a sticker.
I think they just put one on her face for fun.
Yeah. And so Flanders asks a question to which Todd wants to answer. And Ned is like, no, son, we've got to let Bart and Lisa get one. Come on, this one's easy. And Lisa's like, we give up. Ned, well, guess. Book of Revelations, fire-breathing lion's head, tail made out of snakes. Who else is it going to be? And Bart, Jesus? Flanders, don't you kids know anything? The serpent of Rehoboam, the well of Zehosadar, the bridal feast of Beth Harazab. Maud's like, why? That's the kind of thing you should learn you should start learning at baptism. And Lisa's like, actually, you see, we were never baptized. And then Flanders faints.
Yep.
And so Maud gets some like smelling salts to wake him up. And Ned's like, nope, that ain't gonna do it, and faints again. So then we see that all the parents have passed the class and their drug test, except apparently Marge, who tested positive for crack and PCP.
I mean, I've heard of people failing drug tests before, like false positives, but 2 hardcore narcotics?
I know. And then we get like a 15 minutes later title card, and actually Marge is clean.
Yeah.
And so
she's like, the only thing.
Yeah, I got it. The only thing I'm high on is love. Love for my son and daughters. Yes, a little LSD is all I need.
Very good.
Good. So then we cut back to Ned, who is still recovering from the news that the Simpsons kids have never been baptized. Ned's like, Jeepers H. Crackers. I better call the Reverend. And he presses his speed dial for Reverend Lovejoy. And we cut to Mrs. Lovejoy handing the phone to the Reverend. And I'd like to point out that he has fire, police, school, and Lovejoy on speed dial. Except for fire and police would both be 911.
Unless they're just the precincts.
I guess that's possible.
Because
but
you only dial 911 in an emergency. I've dialed the so I had a file. No, I didn't file one, but there was a lot of horrible sounds coming from the corner of our street, like people yelling, and it was really bad. I didn't call 911. I just called the actual police number to report it.
Yeah. Okay. And so, Mrs. Lovejoy to her husband's like laughing. Ned Flanders is on the phone, and Lovejoy's like, "Oh, hello, Ned. Reverend, emergency. It's the Simpsons kids. Italy. Baptism. Oodly. Doodly doodly." And Lovejoy's, Ned, have you thought about one of the other major religions? they're all pretty much the same. Lovejoy's not necessarily wrong.
He's like, come on, Ned. You got to think. Maybe this. I mean, he obviously knows the Simpsons go to church.
Yes.
So I mean, that's kind of weird. But
Yeah.
maybe they converted at some point that they don't know about. But I don't think so.
No. And so Ned causes Lovejoy to crash his trains
Yep.
that he's playing with. So Ned's like, screw it. I'm going to baptize the kids myself. And he breaks out the emergency baptizing kit. And it's like with a fire extinguisher where you break the glass.
Yeah.
Break glass in case of needing of a baptism. And so Homer and Marge go to get the kids from Flanders. I love throughout this entire episode, they use police tape, but it says Child Welfare Board on the tape. Looks like a crime scene.
What is Homer? He rips the crime scene tape. He's like, all right, kids, get your ass out here.
But unfortunately nobody's home, and Ned has posted a sign on the door that says "Gone baptizing." So here's the thing. Now, granted, I highly doubt Marge and Homer told the county they didn't want their kids baptized.
Yeah, that's an odd one.
But if Ned's just doing it and it's something the Simpsons didn't want, Ned could get in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Especially in today's day and age, he probably would lose any foster care license he had. My friend told me back in the mid 90s when this was taped, he would probably just get a warning. Because again, foster care system, terrible. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, it's bad for some people. And Marge is not happy with Ned baptizing their kids. And Homer says, in the eyes of the Lord, their kids will be Flanders. And so Ned, they're all driving in the car, and Ned didn't think Marge and Homer were bad parents until he found out the kids weren't baptized. So all the other things that have gone on in the Simpsons household, he forgives. But good golly, Miss Molly, the kids aren't baptized. They're bad parents.
But, to be fair, I mean, obviously we were never baptized, but...
Well, we're Jewish.
No, I know. I'm just saying. But dropping some water on your head doesn't actually change anything about you. Like, it doesn't automatically, make you a different person.
Well, like, in this instance, it'd be kind of the same thing if we were, put up for foster and we're, we were 13, we were Jewish, but, not Jewish, and we were put up with, super Jewish people. And we're like, oh, yeah, we were never bar mitzvahed. They're like, all right, you're getting bar mitzvahed. Except that would take a lot longer than a goddamn baptism.
That's right. Yep.
And so Maz says soon they will be part of the Flanders flock. And Bart laughs at Lisa. He's like, you're going to be Lisa Flanders. And Lisa's like, Bart, why are you laughing? You're going to be Bart Flanders. And Bart's like, not Bart Flanders.
Yep. And then Maude tells the kids to relax and says Maggie isn't scared. And Bart points out, yeah, she's a baby who can't talk. And then we have Maggie takes out her pacifier and says, daddly-doodly? And then
which is technically the second time she's ever spoken, but the first time anybody's heard her speak.
Yep. And turns her head around like the fucking Exorcist or something.
Yep.
And looks at Bart and Lisa, and they freak out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, she's turning into a Flanders.
Yep. And apparently a demon baby who can turn her head around. and so Marge and Homer, start going to look for the kids. And Homer's like, okay, don't panic. To find Flanders, I just have to think like Flanders. I'm a big four-eyed lame-o and wear the same stupid sweater every day in Springfield River.
I mean, I guess it's a water source.
Yep. And I mean, to be honest, that's how, think about how detectives and people that solve crimes think. They gotta put your head into their headspace to think about how do you think the guys from Criminal Minds solve so many cases?
They profiled people.
That's putting your mind into other people's lives.
Well, actually, Criminal Minds kind of took past serial killers.
Yeah, that too. And so Ned leads the baptism, and he has his own family Bible, which, yes, we know the Flanders have one.
It's the Flanders. It says Flanders Bible.
So it's not the one that remember how they got in a fight when when like Ned, or was it was Ned talking about Maud writing in his Bible.
Yeah.
So this is the family one. This is the one everyone gets to use.
Yes.
And he asks which of the kids wants to be part of the Lord's good graces first, and Bart and Lisa each point to each other. And then we see that Lovejoy is having his new train track brought into his house when Homer just tries to drive straight through it. I feel like he was already on his way to the river, not driving through town when he did that thing, but it was just weird.
For a good gag.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. And yeah, Lovejoy's fucking pissed.
God, why do you hate my trains?
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I love it.
Yeah.
And Homer and Marge find Ned's car, which I love. It has a bumper sticker on it that says, I heart your kids.
That's a little weird.
Oh, that's great.
That's a little weird.
Just a little bit. And Homer angrily runs off to find the kids, but trips over a rock. And I love this shot. It's like him falling down the gorge all over again.
It is. It's great.
And then he like smashes his face right into the mud edge of the river.
Yeah.
And, Homer runs to Bart to push him out of the way before holy water hits Bart, and it hits Homer, and he does the groaning like he's melting because acid just hit him. And Bart's like, wow, Dad, you took a baptism for me. How do you feel? Oh, Bartholomew, I feel like St. Augustine of Hippo after his conversion by Ambrose of Milan. And Flanders is like, wait, Homer, what did you just say? I said, shut your ugly face, Flanders. Oh, fair enough. Yeah. I wonder if Homer...
Plus, I'm pretty sure with a baptism, Ned's not allowed to perform that.
Yeah, don't you have to be like a priest?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
So, yeah.
And so Homer sees Maggie on the shore and wants her to come to her, but Maggie looks at the Flanders and sees, rainbows and happy animals.
Yep.
And she looks at Homer, Bart, and Lisa in the river and sees grayed out background of trees and no leaves and a frog just jumping in.
Yeah.
And so Maggie starts to walk towards the Flanders, and Marge comes around the corner, and Maggie's like, oh, Mommy, and walks up to Marge and picks her up and gives her a hug.
Yeah.
I mean, Maggie's always going to go towards Mommy. Because remember, what was that episode where she went to Rancho Relaxo and Maggie hunted for Marge and followed everything blue-haired. So Maggie definitely was going to go to Marge no matter what.
Yeah.
And so now the Simpson family is reunited, and Marge is like, so, what was it like at the Flanders house? Homer's like, yeah, give me all the dirt. And Lisa's like, let's see, dirt. Well, there really wasn't much dirt. And Bart's like, there was a bunch of old paint cans in their garage, though. Old painty can Ned.
Oh God, I really like this episode. I think they did a really good job with the foster care aspect.
Yeah.
Like even though like the stuff that happened to Bart and Lisa didn't take place within the Simpsons household, like if CPS is called and they go to your house and it's dirty, they like back in the 90s at least, they can take your kids away.
Yeah, so I mean, like, regardless of what happened at school or not, like take that completely out of the picture.
Yep.
The house definitely said, you better take these kids away.
Yeah. So that aspect, they got pretty well. Like, I mean, I don't know if there was somebody on the writing staff that knew someone who was in foster care, or if like somebody in the Simpsons room went through foster care. They did a pretty good job. I like the setup. I like the fact that, they gave the kids to Ned and Maud and all that. It's really good. Not like a quotable episode, but I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 5. Everything's coming up Millhouse. I really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you. I mean, I was kind of teetering between a 4 and a 5, but after our talks, they help us work some stuff out. And I love the judge scene. That is one of my favorite parts of this episode. Shut up, judge.
That's fantastic.
Like, absolutely great. I absolutely love that part. But yes, what they did in this episode from start to finish was
Yeah.
great. They showed Marge, being really thoughtful of the kids. And obviously I think everything came down to Homer's a slob and makes a mess in the house, and Marge just wasn't there to clean it up.
Well, I mean, Marge was partially responsible for that mess.
She was, yes. And Abe just being all disheveled. And
Behind
then,
don't do that. Don't do that.
And the I'm a stupid baby.
Yeah.
Stupid babies need the most attention. That's absolutely great. So yeah, 5 everything's coming out Millhouse for me. So let's finish it off with our character profile. And this week we have Mrs. Skinner, or as by her real name, Agnes. Agnes, right?
Well, why don't you read the character profile?
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Yes, thank you. Her description: aging mother of Seymour Skinner. Her first name is Agnes. Dependents 1, Seymour.
Yep.
Favorite punishment: hiding Seymour's car's keys after he talks to a woman on the phone. That's great. Recently spotted with Superintendent Chalmers. Which
Really?
I don't think we've gotten to that episode yet.
No, I don't think so either.
But Agnes has a thing for Superintendent Chalmers.
Yeah.
Argument tactics, screeching. And Shame gets into fights with her son over an inflatable bath pillow.
Yeah, she does.
Yep. So let's see. You guys can find us on Instagram, The Simpsons Did It Pod, over on Facebook, The Simpsons Did It Podcast. If you guys want to listen to our YouTube episodes, because you guys are YouTube fans, head over there at The Simpsons Did It Pod is our handle. And make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We like getting new subscribers every single day. We love all the views, so go for it. If you guys want to leave us feedback in a very fun way, give us a phone call, 612-584-0986, and listen to Jane and LeBron's voicemail and let us know what you think. And if phones aren't your thing, shoot us an email, thesimpsonsdiditpod@gmail.com. And finally, if you'd like to donate to our podcast to help us get giveaways like our Simpsons Did It Homer soda giveaway we did a couple weeks ago. Donations help us get there, and we'll give you some stickers just for donating. And we're looking at other things as well. So head over to buymeacoffee.com/The Simpsons Did It. So until next time, I'm Steven Skolansky.
And I'm Robert Skolansky.
And this has been The Simpsons Did It.
Shh,